Hey guys, welcome to That Game Show, the show that talks about all the stuff in the nerd world and all the stuff in between. I am your host, Chase Bunker. Joining me today on the comments, he's the half-Asian sensation. It's Curtis Coe.
Hello, everyone.
One name to rule them all, it's Murph Murphy.
How's it going, guys?
And player 4, it's Daniel Clegg.
Hello, friends.
Hello guys, thank you guys for joining me, and thank you guys for watching, whether you're watching us live on Twitch or if you're listening to us via podcast or watching on YouTube. Thank you for making us a part of your day. Like I said earlier, we have Curtis on the comments right now, so if you want to type up something and contribute to the conversation, you're more than welcome to do that, and we actually might respond. And you can also tweet me at Chase Bunker or at that_game_show throughout the show, and we will respond accordingly as well. Guys, we had a lot to talk about. So let's talk about the one thing that is fresh in our minds that has been seen on every single Facebook post ever. The new Star Wars trailer. I'm pretty sure it was the one time you guys...
La 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 la.
You haven't seen it yet, Murph.
You haven't seen it, Murph?
Well, his headphones are off, so he
I'm
can't hear
keeping it
us.
fresh. I'm keeping it... Huh?
There is no story-based elements in this
Okay.
There is.
trailer.
There is
You are
zero...
purposely trying to not watch it before you see the movie?
Yeah, I think I am. Like, I watched the first one. The little teaser one.
The teaser thing.
I can tell you that there is probably no story actually in this trailer whatsoever. They don't explain anything. It's just a bunch of scenes of how cool it is.
You could make some inferences.
You can
based
make
on
some
things
inferences,
people
but I
say.
don't think, like, it's not like,
Well,
here's
here's the
the
thing.
storyline.
Here's the thing. I know there's some kind of stormtrooper. I know there's some kind of Jedi. I
Yep.
think the
Star Wars movie. What?
could be a Jedi, but I don't know. So I'm trying to, like, keep that ambiguity in my mind. So if we could just kind of... Like, I don't mind you guys talking about it, and I'll just kind of drop in here and there.
We'll just
But
have to allude to the thing we saw near that one thing, right? Which happened after the other thing, but don't say what the thing is.
Just give me like a nice spoiler warning if you can.
Okay.
I don't know if there's really anything spoilery in this
Okay.
trailer that
Talk
we
about,
haven't...
like, the theme or the tone of it.
No, that's fine. Theme and tone is
Yeah,
fine.
like just in the general sense of things, we didn't see anything that there might be one thing that's a little spoilery, but I mean, again, we're inferring.
use your judgment. I'm not like
Yeah.
if I see this trailer, it has been impossible not to see this trailer.
Yes.
Like just
Yep.
going to websites today. Like
Yep, absolutely.
anywhere.
Yeah.
Murph, I'm going to tell you now, there's a Millennium Falcon in the movie. All right?
Yeah,
I
okay.
mean,
It's pretty crazy.
we didn't really. First off, we didn't really learn anything very much about the characters that we didn't already know.
Yeah.
That's a pretty safe assumption. We did see a little bit more Han Solo.
What hand? No.
And we also saw Princess Leia.
Yeah.
The tone or the thematic elements to the trailer. It felt, well, I guess the first half of the trailer felt a little slower to me, which I liked. It felt kind of New Hope-y. I mean, part of that is because of the setting, right?
Yeah.
But that felt good. The second half of the trailer was jam-packed action, though. Like episode 2 or 3 levels of action.
Yeah.
Non-stop, go, 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 go.
Yeah, and we learned very little, but I mean, aesthetically, it's very pleasing. I will say.
Yes, it is.
And there's little bits of it. I don't think this is. Do you care what Lightspeed looks like? Mark?
No.
Okay.
Like I'm just don't. If they say like the name of the new bad guy, like I know there's a bad Jedi.
Okay,
don't
so
say
there's this part where they go into hyperspace, which starts out very much like the old hyperspace, and then it goes into very much Rebels or Clone Wars. The TV shows how they show Lightspeed, and I thought that was a really nice nod to all of the series they've done.
Oh, really? I didn't notice that.
Yeah, it was really cool, and it's always good.
I thought it was interesting how the events of the previous movies had sort of taken almost a mythological sense to the characters. Like they weren't quite sure what had happened. I don't think this is very spoilery, but like they weren't quite sure who was involved or what had been done. There were these legends of these characters, but they weren't really sure what had happened, you know?
Right. Like if so, just to say, like if I told you that the same guy who blew up the first Death Star threw the Emperor down the core of the second one as it blew
Totally
up.
unbelievable, right? That
Right,
would be
yeah.
stupid and ridiculous.
Also, he's a wizard.
Also, he's a space
wizard.
right? People are like, huh? What?
Yeah.
So
They sort of addressed that in the trailer, which is kind of cool.
I don't think this is spoilery, but this is kind of me just kind of guessing. Do you mind that, Murph? Or
No, go for it. Go for. Yeah.
I think this is a smear campaign. Like the Empire, I don't think the Empire is gone. I think they're still kicking around, and it was essentially one of those smear campaigns that they're kind of like, oh, something went terribly, horribly wrong, kind of deal. And so
Spreading disinformation.
Yeah, it might be
Sure.
like kind of a misinformation type campaign. There's no Jedi, that they died years ago. That's nonsense.
Right. I think in the book,
So,
which is no longer
sorry.
relevant, right? That they pretended for years that the Emperor had died, right? In the books. So that wouldn't be totally unheard of for the Empire to use propaganda to their advantage.
So I'm gonna. This is something that I kind of take issue with the Jedi. Like, okay, so yeah, a lot of them were killed. In fact, most of them were killed. But like people who knew Jedi personally were still alive.
Right.
Like it's not
true.
like it's not like say like the Civil War, which currently there's nobody alive who remembers that, right? But like I don't think of it as like this strange mythical past. We don't talk about like the space wizards of the Civil War.
Right. Like your grandfather would still remember his buddy who happened to be a space wizard. If your grandfather's still
Right.
alive today, he could tell you about him.
Right.
True, but do you think it's maybe because like the Clone Wars are mostly fought with clones who are now like on the other side of that fight?
Like there should be like video. Like we have video now of
There's a space internet, right? That should
Right.
connect all of these planets.
somebody should have been like here's a
I almost
video
felt
of
like
a
walking down
Jedi.
Space internet just now. Just like walking away going, wow, space internet. Not just regular internet, but space
Well, yeah,
internet.
Murph is right. If the current trends of social media were to continue into
No, this is a long
ago
time.
in a galaxy far, far
This is
away,
this is a long,
Right.
long time ago.
then you're right. There should be Instagram tweets of Jedi doing their thing by the general populace. I agree.
Who knows?
Well, I'm going more along the lines that the Jedi are extinct. They're not really just running around, everybody, So it's kind of like, here's a perfect example. Think of a Paul Bunyan. Was Paul Bunyan a person? Was he really 8 feet tall and had a blue cow that walked around with him and chopped down trees in one hit?
Right, but the problem is
that
that
to record him.
right.
True, that's a good point.
When you're on Coruscant, the capital of the universe, right? And that happens to be where all of the Jedi are. You think someone would have caught a video of them, and you think that would have been made available to everyone? Maybe.
Do you think there's like Jedi conspiracy websites in the Star Wars universe?
Oh, that would be
Maybe.
interesting.
I
Maybe
like
that would be
The
interesting.
Death Star
but-
actually was an inside job because
yeah.
fire
Oh,
can't
yeah,
melt steel.
definitely.
There's no way that a proton torpedo could turn the 90 degrees it needed to down the ventilation shaft. Clearly, this was an inside job.
Clearly, the
Ewoks
Emperor was
can't
assassinated on the
steal
grassy
beams.
knoll.
Exactly.
Oh, buddy.
Oh my gosh, we reached a new.
But we like the trailer. The trailer looked cool.
The trailer was
Yeah.
beautiful. I love the trailer. I saw the video of I'm gonna butcher his name, John Boyega, like reacting
Yep.
to it. Which of course, like I also saw another like the next video was apparently there's this campaign right now to boycott Star Wars because it is quote
No.
anti-white. And I just thought,
That's a
wow,
that's a 4chan op.
I think it has to be. Like, it has to be a joke that has, like, snowballed to, like, one guy said it as a joke, and then, like, one other person actually took it seriously, and he's like, yeah, it is anti-white.
I got some
No, it's a 4chan
depressing
op.
news. Apparently, somebody killed themselves over it.
Well,
Really?
yeah, but,
They're
I
claiming
need
that
to.
the movie is anti-white because there's a single black character. Well, two
I
now,
need
if you
to-
include Lando, right?
I need to
Cast.
confirm that. Well, remember also James Earl Jones was the voice of Darth Vader in the first movie. Too.
Oh,
The
boy.
first
Too,
three
so, I mean,
movies.
But not
So, I
in
mean-
this movie, right? I don't understand people.
I don't either. I'll double check on that one, so don't take that
Yeah.
as word.
like, Like, and someone died for playing video games for 24 hours. Like, I mean, yeah, it happened, but also he
It
was
happen every day, right? I mean,
he was homeless and also not great health, and
Yeah.
it's the same thing. Like, people die in casinos all the time.
Yeah. For those of you who join in, we are That Game Show. We talk about a bunch of nerdy stuff, and we're talking about the Star Wars trailer. What you think? Tell us in the comments. We'll be talking about microtransactions in just a bit, so give us your feelings. Probably mostly hate on that. But speaking of gaming for 24 hours, this is going to be about a 64th of that. Did you hear about the guy that beat Super Mario Brothers in 4 minutes and set the world record the other day?
Oh wow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That's impressive.
it was.
Well, he only beat it by a couple of, I think, milliseconds.
66 milliseconds.
Yeah. So
Oh wow.
Yeah, so first off, that sphincter must have been tight. Because like one misjump or one bad step and that would have been it.
oh, it's not even about if you miss a jump. They're not even at that level. They're literally like he did like a postmortem, and he was like, well, in the last castle, I missed like a couple of frames on the like on a certain like turnaround or something.
Mhm.
Like they're down to like pixel perfect kind of
I
stuff
think
at this level.
we've had this same conversation before, but I don't like when speedruns are based on finding and utilizing game glitches. I think if you can beat the
This
game
wasn't a
in a
glitch.
legitimate manner, that's a good speedrun.
I would tend to disagree. I kind of like the glitchy runs a little more, just because. Well, as long as they're interesting. Let me put it that way. If it's an interesting glitch, but I mean, this is the type of run that you would like. This is 100% like he's playing Mario, if you want to call it that.
Yeah.
Not glitching through walls or
No.
over enemies or anything. He's actually playing the
Nope.
level as it was intended.
Yes.
It's not like the Super Mario World speed run where the guy beat it in 6 minutes, where he just happened to perform a glitch and it ends and it rolled credits, and that's the end.
Right. I mean,
Right.
I know there's like not an industry, but there's a system around that sort of gameplay, and people do competitions to see how well can you glitch through the game. But then you're not really playing the game, are you?
I think you're playing a different game.
You're
and I think
making
that's
a
fine.
different game.
And I mean, that's the thing. Like this particular run was called an any percent run because, or I think a non-glitch any percent, because you didn't have to complete every level. Like there's 100% Mario run where you have to no warping or whatever. So like the speedrunning community comes up with like different types of runs, and then like you can hold a record on each run individually.
Right. I guess if there's a proper categorization for those different rules,
Oh, yeah, there is.
you have to then glitch within. Okay, sure. But I guess if I'm just gonna be picky about it, I like the one where you're actually playing the game and not making up your own thing, I suppose.
Yeah.
Really quickly, I just want to comment. I found out that story is actually false. So,
Alright, good.
just for reference.
No, well, there you go.
Yay. That's
So, a
good.
man did not kill himself over.
Cool.
So, just for reference.
That's good.
I do know that you can't buy tickets anymore for the opening night. We already missed it.
Oh,
I'm
for
okay
Star Wars?
with that. I'm
Yeah.
okay with that. I will go.
Yeah,
a
I don't
couple
think I want to
weeks.
be there opening night. I don't like
Yeah.
people in that quantity. I'll
I have
wait
seen
the
that there's
following weekend or something.
apparently there is going to be a a marathon starting at 4 a.m. for episode 1, and it goes all the way to episode 7, which starts at like 7 o'clock.
God, wow.
Yeah.
Oof. That's kind of rough.
All right,
That's
would
a
you
lot of
guys
Star Wars.
do that? Would you guys do that marathon?
Nope.
Nope.
No.
Oh Lord, no.
I did the Lord of the Rings one back in the day, where I watched all 3 in one sitting, but I don't think I could do 6 and then a 7th movie.
No.
Gosh,
Right.
what? I'm trying to think of
About 2
something I
hours apiece,
would.
right?
I'm trying to think of like a series that I love enough to do that with.
I mean, I might do it. with,
Fast
like,
and the Furious.
Oh no,
Oh man.
no.
Well
just
played.
just the
Points
quantity.
for
Let me
click.
talk about quality. The quantity would be ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean-
oh.
I might do it with some anime because it's like half hour a pop, but you know,
I mean, but
Watch
if you're
24 of them.
if you're talking like
Yeah.
24, that's still 13 hours, maybe less. It's like 10 hours, say.
Yeah.
Are we watching the intro every time? It depends on how good the intro
Yeah,
is.
that's true.
It is Cowboy Bebop.
One
Yeah,
Punch
I'll
Man
watch that
intro?
intro.
Yeah, if it's Cowboy Bebop, we can't skip the intro, but some of those others maybe you can. Who
I don't
knows?
know. One Punch Man. I mean, I'm just saying.
That is a good intro. Anime.
Anyways.
All right, so going on to the big topic, for me at least, that I can start seething about, which originally had planned, but it has like a resolution in the end, but we'll still talk about it anyway.
Right.
During Payday right now is going through its annual Crime Fest, where it gives out rewards and gives them out to its fans. So it includes weapon packs, it includes new levels, which it recently just announced the re-release of the World Class Bank and of course the Aftershock heist. But then, however, let's actually start with the beginning of day one, where it announced you will have in the card drops that they do. By the way, if you complete a mission, you choose a card. They're all at random. You don't know what it is until you click on it. It could either be a skin, a skin, gun, mask, weapon mod, etc. One of them will now be a safe, which will include common, uncommon, and rare skins for guns, mods, and just guns in and of itself. But however, you need a drill to open those safes, and those drills will cost about $1. And that
$2.50.
$2.50. All right, excuse me, $2.50. So now they went into microtransactions after for a while. They said no, they won't do it. Now, because of this, Payday fans have now been up in arms, including the Payday 2 Reddit, which has now been called Pay2Day in protest of it, and the entire fan base has also. I know, I didn't choose the name. The entire fan base has now downvoted their Steam page to give them pretty much, hey, this game sucks, so don't get it at all, and pretty much all that jazz. So, guys, do you think this is an overreaction? And what do you think of Payday actually breaking their promise and going to microtransactions? Let's start off with Curtis.
Okay, so I have some stats here for you guys.
Okay.
Because I wanted to get this ahead of time, just because I think it's good information. So, for reference, the game costs $20 currently. It's having a sale, so it's less expensive right now. Okay.
What is it typically? 40?
It is typically $20. It is less right now. It has 75% decrease.
No. It's not. You said it's on sale for $20.
I'm sorry. It is $20 normally. It is on sale right now for 75% off of that.
It includes all DLC and everything.
$5. Okay.
Like a goatee.
For reference, full price DLC, which is also 75% off right now, the full price cost of all the DLC that is not that is weapon based, quote unquote, when it is not on sale is $104.93.
Now, when you say weapon based, that means it affects your stats, your abilities in the game.
I mean, it has weapons in it.
Like you get new weapons.
Content. Just say like content, right?
Correct. It has content that would affect gameplay. We'll say that.
There you go.
Okay. Now, $104.93 is a lot for add-on guns. I don't have a problem necessarily with them doing it because, you get a little extra gun here and there. It was never really a big deal.
And you can also earn that in-game. Right?
No.
I mean, they didn't come out the gate say, all right, $104. They put some extra development work in, and they said, all right, well, here's a couple more guns.
Absolutely.
We made some new art assets.
New characters, new levels, new modifications, etc., etc., etc.
Right. So I'm okay with that kind of level of whatever.
And that's absolutely fine. Now, the issue I have with this is that you could get a skin for a gun, which does change the stats of the weapon that you do not own. As in, it's a DLC weapon. That's a little bit.
Okay.
That is shady. And I'm just straight up saying that's a way to sell DLC. It's a real easy way to say, hey, look, here's this thing. Now,
it's a bazooka skin. You don't own the bazooka? Well, it's on sale
here
for
it is for $2.
Yeah. Right.
After already paying $2.50 just to unlock it, which is kind of, I mean, again, from what I've heard, you can trade these skins. Is that correct? Kind of like
you can, yeah. It's part of their black market feature tour. You can actually sell these on the Steam marketplace as well, so you can make money.
Oh, yeah.
which is not, a huge deal, but still, it's still a little bit of an annoyance in my opinion.
I also
I know
wanna-
that
yeah.
the big asterisks on that. You can make money.
Yeah.
Yes.
Highly
You can
unlikely.
you can also win at DraftKings.
Wow.
Exactly.
I also want to add, like, just today they did announce that a drill is going to be part of the card pack as well. But I don't. Do you think that this will tide away, or at least calm down, the Payday crowd?
What does that mean? You get
Yeah.
a drill as part of every card pack. How
So-
often do you
No,
get a
like,
card pack?
okay,
You
remember how I
explain.
said earlier that you could get a safe in that card pack that could contain some
so
one of them could be a drill.
you can get a key.
Yeah,
Could
so you-
get a key.
could.
Okay.
Yes.
So you can get a key in game, basically,
Yes.
by
Do you-
playing the game.
Do you
Okay.
think this will calm
All
them
of
down?
a sudden, I don't hate that nearly as much. I don't like it when you have to pay for content that you could earn in game, that you couldn't earn in game, right? Like if there's content that is exclusive to these chests, and the only way to get a level 5 bazooka is by buying a drill. I don't like that. I like being able to earn it in game. If you're saying I can just play my match and maybe get a key to then open the chest that could contain the bazooka, I don't have to pay any money, but I have the option to, right?
It's
That
almost like the
sounds a better
Hearthstone
solution.
approach, in a way.
Right. So they're giving away packs. It's not quite as generous as Hearthstone, probably. You can purchase extra stuff as you go along. It's not great.
My
Right.
question is, I guess, how rare is this key?
I don't know
that's
how
a
rare the
real
key
interesting
is.
Question.
I know that in my first heist playing with the new update, I got a save. So I don't know if I'm
Right,
just
that
an
makes
incredibly
sense that
lucky
they would
person.
have more safes for you to incentivize you to want to unlock
Yes.
them and therefore buy a key. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I hate DLC. I think it's kind of not a good thing, but the fact that people are still doing it and making money at it means that someone likes it. It's just not me. Like, I kind of put a counter example. Like, Payday's a good game, right?
Yes.
Chase?
Yes, I would say it's a good game as well.
Like, it's a reasonable. So I downloaded the new Walking Dead No Man's Land,
Okay.
Mhm.
which kind of is like they build themselves as, hey, it's XCOM but Walking Dead. Hey, that sounds pretty sweet, right?
Yeah.
We like both of those things.
Yeah.
Well,
together.
do you like waiting 5 hours while your farm gets built?
Uh,
So, in order to level up your guys, you don't gain experience at killing zombies. You have to go back to camp and train them. But oh wait, your training facility isn't good enough. You had better build up your tomato farm so that you can have enough tomatoes. So that then you. So the actual XCOM part is okay. It's not great. It's not the best. I've spent more time in the stupid build your base aspect.
mhm.
And then they're like, well, of course, if I want to pay real money, I could just get that training camp upgraded right now.
Sure.
So this is more egregious than Payday, 100%.
This
so-
sounds exactly like Farmville or Fallout Shelter, which got fantastic reviews and people love that game. It sounds just like it though.
No, because there's 5 buildings and there's an incredibly linear path on how you can build those buildings and upgrade them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's not there's no in Fallout Shelter there was a choice, did you want to build this or that? How did you want to lay out your base? This is just oh, here's your tomato farm. Do you want to upgrade it? Of course you do.
Okay, so there's minimal choice or
Right.
decisions to
Like-
make.
The meat of the game is in the the XCOM style stuff, but you don't get to do that at all. You have to 90% of your time is all right, I'm upgrade. I gotta wait until my base is upgraded so that I can be high enough level so I can go out on this mission.
I think the key to that kind of system is to make sure that should you choose not to use their pay money to speed up the process option,
Right.
the game still feels good. Let
Yeah,
me
this
give you
doesn't-
another example. Gold acquisition, the rate at which you acquire gold in Heroes of the Storm or in Hearthstone, for example, because I play those two a lot, feels kind of slow, but it feels okay if I don't buy cards every week or I don't buy the new champion. I feel like I am making a decent amount of progress every time I play a game, that eventually I will be able to buy what I want to buy using the in-game currency. It sounds like the system you have is the game takes so long, should you choose not to buy the speed up dust or whatever it is, that it feels punishing for not using their real money system, right?
So yeah. Curtis?
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna, like, to me, like, I don't care about this as much, just because the fact that, like, it's not like it's a pay to win, and it's not a mechanically, like, it doesn't change the mechanics in a way. But, like, I look in the art, I posted on Twitter the other day, I wanted people's reactions, and I talked with the people I went to LA with. And a lot of them said, it's an effing joke, it's such a disappointment. I wouldn't say it's undeserved hate, but yeah, maybe if they revert the changes, but day one was a huge disappointment. Johnny from Day One Gamecast says, you have Destiny is charging, for emotes, which, if you want to spend that money, that's fine, but he also says, I get that we don't have to buy them, and if it doesn't affect gameplay or give advantages, it's fine, but sadly, it's a growing trend. What happened to the days of secret unlocks and such? And of course, our friend Malweezy from Geekly followed up with, I don't have a problem as long as it's cosmetic and not gameplay changing.
And I hate to say it, but like the bar is moving, and the microtransactions are winning. Like it used to be, people got pissed off over horse armor. You guys, am I old man Murphy it up?
No,
that's
that's Elder
Oblivion.
Scrolls.
Right. When people were like, horse armor, I'll never buy that. 99 cents for a cosmetic upgrade. Who would ever do that?
To be fair, I think it was like $10 or something ridiculous.
Okay, right. Okay. It was probably, they were testing the water. But now we're just like, look, I don't care about DLC as long as it's cosmetic only. Like horse armor has become the new good guy when it was the ultimate evil.
Right, exactly. Like Witcher, for example, has a bunch of free DLC. Half of it is skins for characters, right?
Right.
It's just like the horse armor, that's a skin for the horse, right? And it's free. So it's something that used to cost you $5 or $10 has now slid down that scale. They need to deliver more substantial content to charge for it, or people freak out.
But I mean, also, it's like, we're also the same people that have bought League of Legends skins, which are purely cosmetic, and like you only can get that through in-game, or you only can get that through cash.
But I mean,
Right.
This is also the way free-to-play games work.
And yeah, and League of Legends is free.
Yes.
Correct.
Like I'm perfectly okay if you're going to start that way. That's your business model. Go with God, I guess.
Yeah.
If you as a player are going to accept the fact that I'm playing a free-to-play game, you need to realize the game company has to make money somehow. Wouldn't you rather it be through a feature that doesn't affect people who don't pay money, like character skins? It doesn't affect you, right?
No.
Your opponent's fireball doesn't hit harder because he's got a cool-looking skin,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
that's fine.
Also, former developer David Goldfarb also commented on it, saying originally he said he doesn't want he didn't want microtransactions, but now he has left Payday, and he said all this hate is from the vocal minority. Do you think that's true,
I
or
just
do you
think
think? And do you also think that
I think that the
Overkill
most-
needs like they're running low on money? I'm sorry, I've interrupted you twice, Murph. Go ahead.
No, I think you're raising valid. I think that it's a loud minority. I think the vast majority of people are just disengaged and don't care. They play Payday like once a week or something, or if at all, and like, oh, cool, I got a safe. All right, whatever. And I don't think anyone's happy about it, but I don't know. Maybe there's whales out there like there are marketing companies right now who will like sell you information on potential whales and like how you can attract a whale to your to your game, and once you're there, well, this is what this whale likes. Like I think I heard a story of one company like specifically making like a green and orange costume for I think what's the sports ball team in Florida?
Miami
green.
Hurricanes.
Yes.
Wait, you said
Gators?
great green
Or
and
the-
orange?
The Hurricanes?
Yeah, green and orange.
Green
is
and orange.
Hurricanes.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So yeah, either way, they made like a skin for this guy because they knew he was a Gators fan, and they put it at like $100 or something like that.
Green and orange is
Yeah, so
Hurricanes.
whatever-
Blue
yeah,
and
so-
orange is Gators.
Right. So they contacted him and they're like, yeah, what do you want in the game? And he's like, well, I'm a big Gators fan or Hurricane fan.
Here's another one from our chat. We have Dolphins as well.
Oh, so for the football team.
Oh, that could
Yeah.
be Dolphins.
Okay, yeah.
Are the Dolphins still in Florida?
Yeah, Dolphins are still. Yeah, Miami Dolphins are still playing in Miami.
Okay. Didn't know sports.
All
ball.
right, cool.
All right.
Now we show our sports ball knowledge. Hi, one guy on the chat. But anyway,
Try like 4 from my. I would like to give a shout out to those jerks that are from my school who are definitely spamming spamming the Twitch, trying to get me to do stuff.
They just want you to just smile there.
Obviously,
he did it. He did it.
hey,
They're trying to get me to smile by saying really strange things in chat. But, anyways,
So
I can
Armageddon's
only
being held
imagine.
as Miami.
correct, Miami Dolphins. So.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, your sports knowledge is obviously way more than mine.
right.
Yeah.
Can't
But-
teach a rock to throw a ball. I don't know this
What?
baseball metaphor.
Well, it's
What?
kind of
Is
funny.
that-
No. I think you said you can't teach The Rock to throw. It's like, well, The Rock played defensive end at Miami, so he probably didn't
Oh.
throw anyways, which is actually true. He actually played at Miami as well. That's actually legit
Right.
true.
He's more known for playing D&D now, so that's a point in my corner. So,
Diesel. That's
That's Vin Diesel.
oh, screw it.
You.
Just because
You
they have
just can't tell
muscles doesn't
bald
mean
people
they're
apart.
immediately.
Like,
I don't
if
even know
we-
how
if we
you,
hold up
like,
a picture of Patrick Stewart, Vin Diesel, like
But
The
same
Rock,
guy, right? They're all the same.
they're all the same.
They-
It's fine.
Oh my.
Mr. Clean.
He's in his he's in the Fast and the Furious, and he's like engaged.
Well,
And
they're
he-
both in the Fast and the Furious now. So.
Wait, Patrick Stewart's in Fast and the Furious?
No, The
No,
Rock.
but you had to
The
question it,
Rock
didn't
and Vin
you?
Diesel.
So I wouldn't know.
You probably would have
Exactly,
watched The
oh,
Fast and
man.
Furious if you knew that Patrick Stewart was in
Patrick
it.
Stewart is driving that car so fast.
I've got the
God.
nitrous. That's a horrible Patrick Stewart impression. But I had a thought, but
Real
Patrick
quick,
Stewart in Fast and
fast.
Furious. Okay, what's up? Did you have to say
No,
something,
go
Murph?
ahead.
Oh,
I'm being dumb.
oh.
Nope, being
Could
dumb.
be. Well, that's just great. All right. I want to finish off the topic with one thing that I'm pretty sure it's somebody else said it, but Colin Moriarty, I got it from him. He always says, vote with your wallet. If you don't like it, you don't have to buy it. No one's asking you to. So if you don't like Walmart, don't buy from Walmart. So if you don't like microtransactions, no one's asking you to buy them. So that's why I kind of think that this whole rage is a little bit unnecessary. Like, I see no point in downvoting a Steam page.
Let's
agree with
talk
half
about this.
of that.
I think
okay,
you're
if-
extremely biased towards
If
this.
you're
No,
playing
I'm not
a-
biased.
Yes, you love this game a lot.
I
Also,
do.
if I'm
Are.
playing a competitive multiplayer game, and my opponent paid for a level 5 fireball, while I only have a level 1 fireball, because he put $10 into the game and I didn't.
Well,
Then
and
I
also,
feel like I have to pay for the DLC or the microtransactions to even put myself on a level playing field.
But that's on a competitive.
This is a
Right.
cooperative
And
game.
on
that
top of
didn't- okay, sorry, Murph. Go ahead.
you've already voted with your dollar in that you bought the game. So, like, and I don't know how to push back against microtransaction. It's not like the trend is towards more games that don't have microtransactions. Like I think Armageddon pointed out in the chat already, the biggest game, the release of probably of the last couple years was Phantom Pain, and look at all those microtransactions.
So just on a point, Chase, and I mean this: if it was another game, would you be angry?
No, because
Be honest. If it was Overwatch, would you be angry?
if Overwatch had microtransactions that didn't affect the gameplay mechanic, if nobody got an advantage, then I would not complain.
But it does.
But
in
it's
Payday.
but we're talking
That's
about
right.
a cooperative game versus a competitive game. That's the thing.
Well, okay, yes. You
Which
and
has
I
two
are on the
totally
same
different
team, on the same
mechanics.
team, Chase. We're both trying to bust into the same safe. However, because I bought a level 5 screwdriver to get into the safe, and you
And-
only have a level 1 screwdriver, I did 90% of the team's score, right?
And
So
what-
Did we
I was
win?
the MVP
Did-
on our
but
team.
we completed the mission though.
And what happens
Correct.
if
then it doesn't
What happens
matter.
when people start kicking other people because they start kicking people because they don't have the level 5 screwdriver.
Right. We're trying to form the elite team to tackle the most difficult content there is. You don't
So-
have the best equipment because you didn't sink $50 into the game. All of a sudden, you're locked out of that top tier of gameplay
that's-
because you didn't invest money.
Or just not even the top. I know how people are
Actually-
in video games. Like everyone
sure.
thinks they're going to be the next esports pro. Guess what, guys?
Everyone is top tier, Murph.
Oh,
is
everyone. Right.
top
Exactly.
I think a better way to explain this might be along this lines, Chase. If World of Warcraft, okay, had raiding gear that you had to pay money for in order to get into a raid, okay, even if it was $2.50 per each piece,
Oof.
okay,
You just cracked.
would that piss you
Blizzard's
off?
new
If I
new
had
model,
to
I
get
think,
into
Curtis.
if I had to get into that one particular raid, yes. However, there is no limitations with Payday. All you get is more weapons damage, more stability, and whatnot. Like this, the fact is, like, I can still play all the levels. I can still complete all the levels with the guns that I currently have without spending money. So to me, that doesn't affect me. It doesn't affect any other player because all these guns you can buy with like
I think
actual
part of it is also the community around each game. Like, I'll continue your example, Chris. In World of Warcraft, players create the groups that then go tackle this content, so players can be selective in who they're bringing with them. In Payday, is it all matchmaking, or do you get to assemble your own team outside of friends?
You can assemble your own
Because if it's just a
team.
matchmaking system,
No, it's not a
if it's just
matchmaking
a matchmaking system, then you're right. It doesn't matter because then it would just hook you up with whoever, and they don't have anything to say about it.
You can, like, you choose a level. You say, okay, this level has like 2 people waiting. All right, I'm going to join them, and that's it. It's not like it's one of those things like in Heroes of the Storm where you, like, us 4 are on a team and we're waiting for just one guy, and they just poop him right out. Like, you go right on in. Like, you choose, like, whichever mission you want to do. And I guess in the same element, it's kind of like that. What I was saying is, the gameplay mechanic hasn't changed. I can still play every other level. I can still complete every other level. Like, there is nothing that is stopping me from that. The only thing that is different is how much of a badass do I really want to be? Do I really want to have a gun that does, like, shoot a gun, like, have the max damage, max ability, all that stuff? Then that's cool. That's fine. However, I will sacrifice one of those so I don't have to spend money. That's why I felt that all this hatred was a bit unjustified because you don't have to do that. Now, if it was a
I
play
think
to
the scare that people have, the worry people have, is that eventually, it may not be the case right now, but eventually people are scared that you won't be able to complete all those levels because the people in the lobby will see that you don't have the best stuff and they will just kick you. Maybe that's not what's happening currently, but they're worried that is the future of the game if you allow this kind of microtransactions to become rampant.
I mean, and if people say, "Oh, that'll never happen," and kind of in the Destiny model, like in the Destiny looking for group, people are always like, "If you don't have this Galahorn, which is this one very specific weapon that was reasonably hard to get and required a random kind of drop. It wasn't a microtransaction, but oh, buddy, you could see them doing one."
They're being elitist about what they want you to have.
Well, I mean, to be fair, it does make the raid easier because it is the best weapon, or it was. I think now it's whatever. I can't keep up with Destiny anymore. It's done. It's out of my system. I'm clean.
You're
I'm
clean?
free of the shackles.
All right.
But yeah, they just wouldn't take people who didn't have this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I again, if you tweet us your opinion or say in the comments what you think at that_game_show, or you could tweet me at Chase Bunker. Tell me if I'm right, tell me if I'm wrong, but you'll probably tell me if I'm wrong anyway, because internet. So, final thoughts we don't really have anything else today. I know, Murph, you wanted to talk about The Walking Dead, and you did a little bit, but is your Walking Dead game good? Like, is the game...
it's bad.
Okay, it is bad.
I'm going to delete it. I kept playing it until today because I wanted to see maybe it gets better. But no, it's going into my trash can.
Okay.
No good.
No good. Not worth playing. I did
Curtis,
play some Mario Maker. Finally.
Oh yes, that's what I want to talk
Oh
about.
yeah.
I saw that you were making
So,
Mario Maker levels.
I am.
How have they been going?
So my levels have kind of are in two camps. One where I'm actually legitimately trying to make like medium difficulty levels, which seem to be kind of a rarity. Like either it's a billion Koopas all stacked up against you, and you have to like perform pixel perfect jumps to get over them. And I know they're beatable because you can't upload it unless you beat it.
Yeah.
Or they're incredibly easy, where it's just like you walk and then you're on the flag immediately. So I'm trying to hit that sweet spot for that. Like this level is actually beatable by a normal human, but still reasonably challenging. But I guess that's not popular among the fan base. Or otherwise, I just write stupid stuff in coins or in blocks, and then you run past it and read my.
When you read a message or something.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
it's like I uploaded a level titled "Your Mother," and it has just a single Goomba in it.
Wow.
How's the content delivery in that game? Like, how do you get all these maps people are making?
So there's two major ways. One, you can type in like a 16-digit code, which is a kind of terrible way to do it.
Really?
And, yeah.
You get a download code essentially for a particular map, which comes in the form of a 16-digit.
Right. So like I
Yeah.
could post whatever into the chat or whatever on my Facebook page and say, "Hey, play my level." Just type in these 16 codes. Yeah, it's bad.
You need to start with bit.ly or something. Seriously, that's ridiculous.
You have to. Or no, it's only 12. Sorry, it's not 16.
So much better. Jeez.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And what's the second method?
The second method is you can say, "Hey, Nintendo, I want 16 normal or easy or hard levels," and I guess they do some kind of statistics based on how often people die, and they'll just deliver you 16 levels in a row.
Oh, okay. So you don't necessarily have to go searching for content. It can just be delivered to you. That's
Right.
nice.
Yeah, you can just say, "Hey, I feel like playing some Mario." And then,
Honestly, that was the biggest hurdle for me getting this game was I didn't want to go find the 10 most popular levels and figure out how to get them. Because
Right.
navigating the Wii U store is already a pain in the ass.
No, it's all within the whatever. And there's also like a top 10 and like a trending.
It's a featured
but-
page and whatnot.
Yeah, but it's all garbage because people like make name levels like if you star this level, I'll play your level.
Oh, great. Okay.
That's like the top trending level,
Mhm.
and there's like a bunch of like a lot of which they're really impressive and really good, and people put a lot of work into them, but they're not fun to play. But they're the autocomplete levels
Oh yeah.
where you don't move at all, and then like a
Yeah.
conveyor belt takes you past like a billion fireballs, and none of them hit you.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
Like-
that's interesting.
Yeah, they're like funny, they're good to watch and all that, but they're not. They're not. I want to play some Mario. I don't want to watch some Mario.
Okay. See, that's
Yeah.
good because with this game, I really didn't want to be making levels, but it
Okay.
sounds like the content delivery is such that you can just play the game and not
Oh, yeah.
worry about the editor aspect of
No,
it, right?
if you just want to play some Mario levels, this is like the most Mario levels you can play.
Yeah.
Okay. All right,
looks
well,
a lot
I
of
might
fun,
actually pick
and
this one up then.
I've been seeing a lot of people like create levels and like every YouTuber will play another YouTuber's levels, and then you just hilarity ensues because like all of them are just like incredibly dickishly hard. Where like
Oh,
one
yeah.
of them is like there is a piranha plant on top of a ghost, and you have to spin jump on it and like move a little bit to the left so that the piranha plant goes like diagonally up and it leads you up to the goal. And it's like this is incredibly difficult. Oh,
Yeah,
or
so
the
there's experts out there.
yeah, or the what was it? Patrick Klepek was playing one where you're on a giant
Yes.
piranha plant, and you have to avoid all the stars on this conveyor belt, or else you
Oh,
kill the
that's
piranha
awesome.
plant and you die.
Right.
Oh, that's clever.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there are a ton of just like really like clever like concepts. Like the most clever, but again not fun to play. Like people are making music and recreating songs using like the note blocks. So as you like move forward, like some like bounces like thwomps hit like the note blocks in a certain like whatever, and then you get like a song.
And imagine the time it took to choreograph that.
Oh yeah, like it's crazy what people are doing. And what's someone implemented like like boss battle, like a boss arena. So like they figured out a way to like block your progress using like bullet bill things, and so like you go into 8 doors and defeat 8 bosses, and then like they're doing some really neat stuff.
Yeah.
I may actually pick that one up. You've sold me on it. That sounds interesting.
Like if you want to play some Mario, like this is probably the place where you'll get the most Mario for your money.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Awesome.
All right.
They do need a Super Mario 2 DLC.
All right. We'll finish.
That'd be cool.
We'll finish up the podcast with games that we have been playing. We'll start off with Clegg. What have you been playing recently?
Oh, I'm fully back into The Witcher 3. I'm probably gonna be doing that after we're done here. Actually, I thought I was almost done. I thought I was reaching the penultimate fight of the game. Turns out there's like 10 more hours of content afterwards. So I was vastly mistaken. So I'm still working my way through that. I'm 75 hours in now, which is pretty ridiculous. And I have the new DLC because I thought I was, about to jump into it, but apparently I'm not. So that's what I've been doing. That game is so good. It really is. The story I'm thinking about the story and the decisions I've made constantly. All the time.
Murph?
It's good.
Mario Maker, and I've been on a nuclear throne kick. Like it's got its talons in deep.
Okay. How is that game?
Awesome.
It is? Okay.
It's like it's a really good like kind of arcade 2 joystick shooter.
All right. Curtis?
I played Binding of Isaac every once in a while. Very good, very fun. Bit mean sometimes. It can be really mean sometimes. But I'm enjoying it. I'm also playing some Guild Wars 2. It's fun.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
enjoying it too.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
You doing that with your wife?
Yep.
Yeah.
She's on a really hard Guild Wars 2 kick with some people from the gaming store.
Mm-hmm.
So I picked it up for like $5. One
Is
day.
that the MMO that she kind of never stopped playing, or is that Warhammer?
It was Warhammer Online that she
okay.
stopped playing way back in the day. But this one, it's nice. It's very different. I find it hard to get into because it is so different from WoW in a lot of different ways. Where there is this overarching story, but it's the quest to quest stuff is very, very open ended and kind of just. It's a lot about exploration and kind of seeing the sights and discovering things and such like that.
Yeah.
It's different.
Yeah, it is very different.
The most recent MMO I tried to get into was Final Fantasy 14, 15, whatever the big
14.
one was recently. It was fun, but I guess, I don't know, you play an MMO for 8 years and you fall into habits and you don't like change, I guess, right? So
Yeah.
it's good, just wasn't my cup of tea.
Yeah.
How about you, Chase? What are you playing?
I just before we started this, I just finished Borderlands the pre-sequel. So because Tales from the Borderlands just came out today, the final episode, so I'm going to be playing that probably when we're done.
Right.
Excellent.
Unless you guys say, "Hey, let's do
You get into
Heroes,"
that.
then I'll probably get sidetracked and do that instead. But it was a lot of fun, and especially the ending of that game got me really excited about Borderlands 3. Whenever that comes out, because before,
Exciting.
I was skeptical just because Anthony Birch wasn't going to be a part of it, but now it's after the ending cutscene in Borderlands pre-sequel, it's oh, okay, now I'm kind of excited for it. So it's a good
They
game.
haven't announced Borderlands 3 yet, have they?
It's been announced, but we've seen nothing about it because I know that Randy Pitchford had this online campaign of we're looking for badasses, and he literally sent a want ad for anybody to be on Borderlands 3. So
What's her the voice actress who does Tiny Tina
yeah, Ashley Burke
has a really funny she has a really funny web series with I think she does with her brother
Yeah,
and her
Hey Ash, What You
father.
Playing?
And that's
it's hysterical.
I pro click.
I'm trying my best to get them on the show. It is difficult because I'm friends with Anthony on League, and so it's if I can find the one time that he is on, I'm gonna ask him. But it's do I really want to be the harasser? Do I want to be that guy?
I feel she would verbally kick our asses.
She would.
Probably.
She would just run circles around us.
Oh, she terrifies me. Well, but the writing on this is so clever and it's so brilliantly put in. I love the Red Faction Gorilla one. Have you seen that one? That's the one episode I will recommend. Watch
No.
the Red Faction Gorilla.
Okay.
But
My wife likes the Harvest Moon, so I showed her that one, and she usually hates that sort of thing, and even she laughed.
Nice. Oh, and another game I've been playing, like the game that Curtis actually got me into, was Forced by
Oh yeah,
Oh, right.
who makes that game?
that's a good question.
All
I'll
right,
look it up.
go look
I
it up
don't
while
remember.
I stall for time. But it is essentially like this mix of like Diablo and like just puzzle games where you have to, you know, you're this slave in like a gladiator arena, and you have to take this spirit guide orb over like certain areas, and you have to somehow control that while killing enemies, and like have them destroy statues and all this stuff. It's puzzling. Like, it does make you think, and it is difficult. And they flat out say in the beginning, you will die a lot. But
That's true.
so far,
The
it's been a lot of fun.
And the developer is Betadorf.
Beta,
I like that
that's
the-
it.
The Steam edition is Forced, slightly better.
Better.
edition.
That's
Yeah,
exactly
right.
That's another thing I was going to mention, was the fact that that's the
that's
name
pretty
for it. It's
good.
like perfect.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
It's better
it's
than
a fun
the
little game to play with a couple people. It's good.
yeah. It's not fully rage-inducing yet, but I'm sure we'll get to that point soon.
It gets there pretty quickly.
Yeah.
But
All
very
right.
good.
All right. Well, thank you guys very much for talking with me, and thank you guys very much for watching. Whether you're watching us on YouTube podcast or if you're watching us via Twitch right now, thank you for making us a part of your day. Like the show on Facebook, facebook.com/thatnewshowshow. You can follow me on Twitter @ChaseBunker. You can follow the show on Twitter @that_game_show. You can also watch our Twitch stream at twitch.tv/KBHSpike. I'll also be doing some Insomniac gaming a little bit later on in the week. You can also follow Murph on Twitter @DorkNightShow. You can follow Curtis on Twitter @JetBlack710. You can't follow Clay because he's not in the 21st century yet. But other than that, I believe I got everything. Curtis, did I forget anything?
I can't think of anything.
Murph, did I forget anything?
Just the Maximum Tomato, Mike and Murphy.
That's
We got some spooky Halloween games like Evert, Dead Space, and Sonic Boom.
Ooh, that is scary. Sonic
Well,
Boom.
that sounds like fun.
All right.
Yes.
Click, did I forget
yeah,
anything?
look forward to your socks being knocked off.
I think you're good to go.
All right, cool. So for Curtis Coe, Murph Murphy, and Daniel Clegg, I'm Chase Bunker. Have a great rest of your week, and we'll talk to you guys next time.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Hey.